What are an employer's duties for election day? Under California law, employers and employees have rights and obligations related to election day. California's general election is held the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November, and provisions of law related to employer obligations and duties are found in the California Elections Code. So Elections Code section 14000 subdivision A states that if a voter doesn't have sufficient time outside of working hours to vote at a statewide election, then the voter may, without loss of pay, take off enough working time that will enable the voter to cast his or her vote. Elections Code section 14000 subdivision B provides that no more than 2 hours of the time taken off for voting shall be without loss of pay. And the time off for voting is only at the beginning or end of the regular working shift, whichever allows the most free time for voting, as well as the least time off from the regular work shift, unless there's some sort of mutual agreement between the employer and the employee. Elections Code section 14000 subdivision C provides that if the employee on the third working day prior to the day of election knows or has reason to believe that time off will be necessary in order to be able to vote on election day, then the employee is required to give the employer at least 2 working days notice that time off for voting is desired. According to Elections Code section 14001, it says that although this requirement may have passed at certain times, not less than 10 days before every statewide election, every employer is required to keep posted conspicuously at the place of work, if practicable, or elsewhere where it can be seen as employees come or go to their place of work, a notice setting forth certain specified provisions. Note that sections 14,000 and 14,001 apply to all public agencies and their employees, as well as to employers and employees in the private sector as well. And that's pursuant to Elections Code section 14,002.